150 tons, 200 tons, crawler cranes and truck cranes. And we've together jointly, gotten into a strategic pact because Sanghvi is one of the biggest in the country. That for the first 2 years, most of our production for bigger cranes would be going to Sanghvi movers. It will be crawler cranes also as well as truck cranes also. And in another important thing which the government of India is doing is helping us is that anti-dumping duty is going to be imposed onto the cheaper cranes which are coming into India. So they have dominated the entire market in the last 7, 8, 9 years. So the production of manufacturing of bigger cranes is going to come back to India now. And Mr. Rishi is helping us there.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that post-COVID infrastructure growth of the country has been very, very, it is the growth engine that the government has used to revive the economy post-COVID. And Narendra Modi, our honorable Prime Minister, has always mentioned about Atmanirbhar Bharat. We started our business in 1989 and we imported a Japanese crane at that time. And it has always been my father's dream and my dream that there should be an Indian crane manufacturer in the larger segment of cranes. Now after 36 years, Sorab has taken this goal and is now going to produce cranes in India. So the largest crane rental company and the largest crane manufacturing company are partnering. As he mentioned, 2 years of production. It's not about 2 years of production, but there is a tremendous demand of cranes. And rather than buying an imported crane, we aspire to use Indian cranes to build Indian infrastructure for the Indian economy. So that is the aspiration.
See, basically, India is capable of doing everything. And in the last 10 years, because of prohibitory or let's say predatory pricing of Chinese, most of the big crane manufacturers vanished. Whether it was TIL, whether it was Scott Stadano wanted to make crane but didn't start to produce. Tata Hitachi stopped making, Kobelco stopped making, ABG cranes just turned away. So I think going forward, what the government wants, what is the demand of our country with respect to infrastructure. And I think together, both of our companies have taken the onus to bring the glory back to the bigger crane segment in the country. I think it's a fantastic step because वो आत्मनिर्भर भारत and Make in India, वो सब अब बड़ी मशीनरी में इंडिया में वापस आ जाएगा.
So this anti-dumping duties have already been imposed? Or?
The order has been passed by DGTR, and hopefully, soon they should be notified by the Finance Ministry. So we are expecting that to happen over the next week, 10 days. So that will be a very big shot in the arm for the bigger cranes. So I'm sure even other manufacturers will revive or plan to make in India very soon.
And it is also important from the perspective of bringing jobs to the country, bringing technology and know-how, because we cannot be dependent in building our nation's infrastructure without using construction equipment that we are not able to manufacture.
And see, India is growing at a very fast pace. So a lot of big infrastructure, even bigger infrastructure, not only bullet trains or metro projects or bridges, flyovers, urban infra, but
Nuclear plants,
bigger cement plants, bigger steel plants, bigger refineries. So all such projects, mega projects require bigger cranes, bigger and bigger cranes. So I think that is what is going to be happening.
It will also advantage to aftermarket service.
Yes, because see, Indian manufacturing will definitely help increase employment in India, increase manufacturing at component level at India. Specialty steel is now getting being manufactured in India in that PLI scheme. So we might end up being one of the biggest customers for that specialty steel, which are required for bigger cranes. And similarly, machine maintenance, aftermarket, everything will become faster, easier, domestic. So the entire ecosystem will get generated. Business will get generated, employment will get generated. A lot of small, big manufacturers, SMEs, MSMEs for different type of things will get generated. So it is going to become a big business. And aftermarket will be much better, which they are sometimes the sufferers because of the imported cranes. So he might be able to help you better there.
So, in terms of construction equipment, I would say larger capacity cranes, both crawler and mobile cranes, they are at in terms of complexity, they are at the top. There are very few equipments at this kind of complexity. So, when you are able to develop skills in India to not only manufacture but service those equipments, you are creating an industry wide skill. So, it has a cascading impact on the overall well being and health of the construction equipment industry within India. So, I believe cranes to be at the apex or the top of complexity of construction equipment. Would you agree?
Yeah, that it is, because see, there can be an excavator, there can be a dumper, but they are working at ground level.
Correct.
Here, these are machines that are working at 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet, even more
Correct.
heights, and lifting huge loads. So
And
the complexity is very different.
And in multiple dimensions, right? You're going back, forth, left, right, up, down. So overall, I think one of the ways that our partnership will also benefit each other is, we have developed this service network for imported cranes and we have been delivering services to our customers. The first 2 years when we partner together, we have to ensure that whatever cranes are made in India are able to deliver the right service for the right customer, and that's why partnering with Sanghvi will enable that assurance or delivery of guarantee of service to the end customer.
So skilling is an issue in India. So how are you trying to address this?
See, at our company level, we have a dedicated training center. And this training center also has a boarding lodging facility. And let's say the technical, let's say the technician course or skilling with respect to especially the maintenance part of it or preventive maintenance or servicing part of it. We have a course, 3-month course, which is also certified with Vishwakarma Skill University. So every 3 to 4 months, we are churning out a batch of 100 to 150 skilled technicians into the country. So close to 300 to 400 every year.
Similarly, we have what is called the Sanghvi Crane Training Academy, where we train operators to operate these cranes. We not only train them for our captive use, we for a nominal fee, we are certifying operators so that they can operate equipment, because we believe safety is paramount for the industry, and since there is a shortage of skilled operators for the well-being of the overall industry, we allow these operators to even work with our competitors. That's what we're doing. Then we are also associated with the skills development mission from the government. We work with CII as an industry body to skill again technicians on components like gearbox, transmission, hydraulics. So finding good talented manpower is always a challenge. But I think being the leaders in our respective industry, it's our duty to sort of set the standard for having well-trained, well-developed people in the industry.
Yeah, because you can make best of the machines, but finally it is human being and skill which is operating them. We can have safety, we can have some IoT-based safety, some AI-based safety, but eventually a human being is picking up a load and placing it at a particular location. So skill,
Absolutely.
and his ability to be able to do it perfectly is very, very important.
So when it comes to cranes, basically the operational safety is a very important aspect. Can you shed more light on the operational safety challenges?
See, operation safety, again, obviously the equipment has to be capable to, with respect to all safety parameters, whether it's load, overload, underload, overslew, overhoisting, plus. And most of the cranes are fitted with a very sophisticated safe load indication device with automatic cutoff. So you really cannot do something unsafe. And now with technology evolving, so even for smaller cranes, if we talk of operational safety, pick and carry cranes, we have brought in AI and IoT together and developed 3 features. We can explain in detail. They're called ALSS, SCOS, and RAS. So it is very difficult for any operation person to do anything wrong, or it is a fail-safe type of system. Anything which is not allowed, you cannot do only. So, the crane will stop, it will stop the function, it will stop moving. So all those features have been brought in, ki aadmi chaah ke bhi he cannot do anything wrong.
So that's on the design side. when we started in nearly 35 years ago, the customer didn't know what a crane was. So we have been constantly educating the customer on what is the application of a crane, how to use a crane. Of late, it is more about awareness of using the equipment in the correct fashion. Even in the pick and carry category, all the way to the larger cranes, it is the awareness of the client or raising the awareness of the client about the correct application and use of crane. Most accidents that happen don't happen because of the equipment, it happens due to human error. And so constant messaging, constant education, constant awareness, this is the way we ensure that accidents don't happen at site.
And skilled manpower.
Skilled manpower.
That's
So
very important.
it's I would say it's a mix of the right equipment, the right manpower, and the right education or awareness.
And even at ACE, we are contemplating that over the next 6 months, 1 year, in all the 4 zones, north, south, east, west, we will create special operator training centers, not only for cranes, but even for other construction equipment, so that we can churn out a large number of operators for different types of machines in all the 4 zones of the country on a regular basis.
The number of numerous projects, infrastructure projects, how are you managing scalability compared to the demand?
Obviously, we have to increase our production capacities, modernize, upgrade. As a matter of fact, maybe on the way out, Tarun, if you can just show them.
Okay.
Scalability with respect to numbers is that's your question, right?
Yeah.
So just to give you an idea, see, scalability is still easy. You can increase production, but more important is to maintain consistency, improve quality, and make it even better. So in the last 1 or 2 years, we have started our initiative internally to totally modernize and upgrade to levels and styles of production which are even to date not being followed even in Europe and America, even better than that. So one of the examples is the new boom line. So it is 100% autonomous and robotic. So it's not just that only the welding is happening robotic. The material movement from one station to the other and the things, everything is happening automatically. So the only human intervention is the engineer who standing at the beginning of the line, who has to press the start button. And 1 or 2 engineers who are just overseeing that all the operations are happening in the right sense. And the final fabrication gets out. So Tarun, do show them that video.
Show them.
So the industry has moved towards BS5 compliant engines. What key changes have you incorporated?
See, obviously that is a regulation, so to get your machines registered. So all the equipment range we make, whether cranes or construction equipment, small or big, wherever there are engines involved and registration involved, so all those machines have been upgraded to CEV5 emission norms. And these are all electronic engines. So this also gives us a very big advantage as a company that European and American markets are, especially the European, they are already at tier 5 standards. So now our machines, anything that is being made in India in the name of construction equipment can straight away be exported to any part of the world. So, that parity is there now. Although America and Japan are at tier 4. So we were already at tier 4 till last year, but now the whole industry has gone to tier 5.
What's your outlook for 2026 for the industry and for the company?
The outlook which we want, or the outlook that will happen? See, obviously India is growing. There's a little overall, whatever is happening in the world. So it's taking toll on different economies in a different way. But we are very hopeful that things have started to look much better in the second half of this year. And that should continue. And the government spending on infra has already started to come in, which will only go up from here. Because that is one of the only ways for the government to rev up the economy. Steel, cement, the entire economy, the wheels of economy. So I think 26 will definitely be better than 25, because 25 has been a flattish type of year for construction equipment.
Post elections as well.
Yeah, so election setback was also there in a way. Then obviously the tariffs and the geopolitics and everything, extra rain. So I mean, it was coupled with everything. Definitely 26 will be a growth year.
I think 27 will look much better than 26.
27, 28, I think we should start to roar again. I believe current phase is more of a consolidation phase, but that's also required.
Yeah.
That's
You
also
are the
required.
number 1 crane company in India. Rishi is the number 1 in metal company. So where do you
In
see-
Asia, we are only in India. He's in Asia. But yeah, here I like to add, we are also the largest producer of pick and carry cranes in the world.
In the world, yeah.
In the world. Yeah.
So where do you see next 3 to 4 years? Where is this vision going to?
With respect to our company,
Yes, both the partnership.
The
The
joint-
partnership is, see, he's 36 years, I'm 49 years. So I'll be working at least 20 more years, if not more. He'll work a little more than me. So he has to continue the partnership after 20 years when I'm not working. I think it'll only go northwards.
Yeah.
And we'll keep on making bigger and bigger cranes, and I'm sure Rishi ji will
You
help
know,
us in
and one more
using
thing,
those cranes.
yeah, one more thing to say is we want to be an Indian manufacturer with an Indian rental service provider, but who's moving to the entire world. So as Sorab increases the sizes of his cranes, we want to increase the number of countries that we take them to.
Correct. So if given an opportunity, what would be your suggestion to the government of India for the industry?
See, government is already thinking for the industry.
That,
you know,
you know-
they want
But
Indian
they-
manufacturing to happen, things to grow in India, and
Yes.
we have proved our mettle to the world in the recent Operation Sindoor, the type of weaponry which we are producing in India.
Right.
I'm going slightly out of topic because we also supplied to the defense, and we have supplied machinery for those very systems which were used, whether it is BrahMos or Barak 8 or MRSAM missile system or even S-400. So our, let's say, the attack missiles we use, BrahMos, there is no comparison in the world.
Right.
And our air defense, again, there was no comparison. The 4-tier system of L-70 with Akash Tir, with Barak 8, which is MRSA, and S-400. So I think our country, with respect to technology, with respect to manufacturing capabilities, and most importantly, the intent of the government to produce in India anything that is critical to technology, whether it is semiconductors, whether it is specialty steel, whether it is construction equipment, especially the complex ones, or the more tedious ones or difficult ones or highly technical. So I think the government is already doing everything good they can. It is on us, the manufacturers and the technology developers, and most importantly on the customers, to not just run after cheap import prices and to focus for the growth of the country in totality.
Coming back to Excon, how has been the footfall and reaction?
Too much. I think
It's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have. First day was a little okay. First day was a good day, I would say. It was not so tiring, but I think from the second day and today the third day, it has been as good as it can get. I think we have more than 100 salespeople at our stall, and I generally don't see any one of them, without at least 2 customers on hand to handle. So I mean, this is a good problem to have.